Rover. So I picked that call. Thank God for prayer life. May you not miss strategic calls. Imagine if I was not awake. See, you don't know what not picking call has made you miss. There was one man that wanted to sow a Range Rover into my life. A powerful Range Rover. This man said, Prophet, I called you and called you and called you. And then they say maybe he doesn't need it. Guess what? I found out many months later, after he has given the seed to another person. I looked at myself, I said, okay, this foundational thing that they were talking about. His family picks the call. Now in my small mind, I will say, maybe it's $300 they want to send. So I calculated everything. It's okay, if I had $300 here, dollar was 400 and something that time. I calculated, I said, okay, man go, they were small. I saw 3000. I said, wait. I now called one of my friends. I said, wait. Is it $300 or 3,000? The friend said, no, it's $30,000. I said, no, it's not possible. I called them. I said, sorry. You know, to be a righteous man that will make heaven. Say, sorry, it's like people made a mistake. Oh. People send me 30. He said, yes, the second batch is coming. You think I'm lying because you are poor? Do I look poor? If it didn't happen to me, I won't be at this level. Second batch, $35,000. So $65,000 in total. Do you know what happened to me? I just walked out of my friend's house. 3 a.m. You don't know what I'm talking about. Caesar, all my needs at that time, 1 million naira could solve it. How much is shared? 4,000 naira. All my needs, 1 million could solve it. Do you know what I stood outside and I said, wait, so I'm not poor again. You see, a lot of times if God will bring you into an amazing world, you will go through this first level of test. That introductory level is not the real world. It's to expose your foolishness in finances. Because if you don't have capacity before that time, you will squander it. How did I squander my own? Also free, I was dashing people money. I thought I was a good man. That's why whilst you deal with foundational power, deal with foundational ignorance. It's not witches that affect your father. Your father did not have a financial advisor. He wasted money, sir. He wasted money, sir. All your father did was to buy food at home. No strategic investment anywhere. No land, and you are making the same mistake. As you are sitting down here, you don't have any land anywhere. Yeah, but my money is not enough. What stops you from going to Ondo State? Look for one place there. You know that land will be cheaper there than Lagos. Just buy the land, let it be in your name and lock it somewhere. The earth is the Lord. There's no law that you must buy it in Lagos. So guess what? I got a new hours. It was like I was dreaming. Help my parents, help all my friends. All our need, 2 million naira solved it. All our needs as young men, 2 million. Give me power. But guess what? Whenever you waste those seasons of lifting, you now enter into longer wilderness. Now this wilderness is not God punishing you, it's God teaching you. Teaching you. So listen, the sign that you're actually preparing for an overflow will be seen in the type of knowledge you are getting now. God gave me one warning. Sorry, I'll soon teach you exercise. It's going to take 5 minutes. God gave me one warning. He said, if give them discipline, but teach them an independent life early. You are 25, 28 years old, you are still with your parents. They will tell you are just still growing now. Hey, no, but just now you start grow. They don't $100 million. You've been watching YouTube since 2018. Do you know 2020 and 2021 was a kairos moment? That was when my ministry started to rise. The Lord told me, he said, now I'm beginning to give portions to the prophets I will use for the next generation. I prophesied at that time. That was when we started streaming and preaching every day straight for close to 1 year. This young man in 2021, he was saying he will stream 6 hours every day. When we talk about the wealth of the Gentiles, you need to look for their discipline. While there's a Nigerian brother who prays a lot, who is using his phone to watch comedy, Sabinus. 2021, 4 years later, the guy is flying private jets all over the world. In fact, he has taken his stream from his parlor, is now touring nations. Even with our pastors, don't have that kind of command of crowd. If he comes to a street now and says, okay, now we are in Bologna, before you know, people, I say, what kind of influence is this? Just from sitting at home with a phone. I know someone thinks I'm carnal now. Is prayer bad? No. Now the problem we have in Africa is that the moment you begin to say these things, they will say you are against prayer. If I'm against prayer, I won't be standing here. You who is praying, come, let's match spiritual energy. They'll say you are against prayer. I know prayer. And one thing I can tell you about prayer is that if you pray rightly, you will download wisdom. How many of you know what I'm talking about? You will download wisdom. There's something about prayer and direction. But in Africa, we pray as an exercise. We pray for the fun of praying. So our reward is that we are prayer men. Prayer men that cannot shift anything in their time. Prayer men without resources. No matter how spiritual you are, if you lack resources, you have no dominion. Because the battle of spirit is also a battle of lands. When I found out how old these boys were, IShowspeed is 20 years, I'll be 21 years old. 20 years. I looked at myself, I said, I'm an old man. I'm unk. 20, what was I doing 20 years old? I was eating honor in my parents' house. At least I escaped house at age 21 that no, I must take my life in my hands. I went to start staying in the cave. Adora Elijah. See, may the Lord bless you so much so that your children will not experience your suffering. See, it has to be a personal decision. Life changes from here. Because anything not walked into this place, you can't experience around you. You sit down, make up your mind and say, no. The people that prosper don't have two heads. You see, hey, and do you know what happens to you? The first thing that will change after your thinking change is your environment. I can tell you progressively how God broke me into a royal dimension. Do you know how I started? Because I grew up in abject poverty. When I saved money, me and my prayer friend, we'll go and look for the hotel our money can afford. We'll go and lodge there. Then we'll pray. We'll see AC. If you saw, maybe one of these days we will show the picture of the house I grew up in. Aside, which is our constant. We share that one as a constant. What can you create? What value do you have? Even the spirituality that you say is your value, you are not a master in it. Why a lot of people do not grow is because they do not have a value to consistently put out. Whether if it's word of wisdom, you are doing video every day. The word for today is this. And you can be consistently uploading 3 to 4 videos daily. Give yourself 3 months, you will start building an audience. Now that's the discipline that the Gentile have, that the average Christian don't have, because they've trained the average Christian for quick result. Ozubo God. That's one of the things they use. Because you want to hear spiritual things, but you don't want to hear useful things. As deep as spiritual things are, if you are not spiritual, you don't know how to use it. So let's tell you the one we know you can use now if you are disciplined. Consistency. I won't tell you the figure, but as I'm standing here now, it's not tithe and offering that's sustaining me. YouTube pays me. Hey, YouTube pays me. The brethren I take care of, their part of their devotion is that they are going to take care of the value I put out in form of media. Recently I saw my name trending. I said, well, I thank God I'm not trending for killing somebody, for stealing from someone, or for sleeping with somebody. They say I born check, I say it was. They say, why will you say that? I don't know the art of ignoring noise. That, sorry, is my alarm, my prayer alarm. You know, the art of ignoring noise. But why would they talk about you? Because you have value. Because you have value in your generation, sir. Some of you are here now because you watch me on Instagram. That's why I came to church today.